this is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Welcome to another Morning Motivation with Marcus, and it is Monday morning, the day after Super Bowl. The day after Super Bowl, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the Super Bowl this year. And, you know, I was listening to some remarks from Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, and he said failure should bring fire. Failure should bring fire. Failure should bring fire. And, you know, I got to thinking about that thing. A lot of times when we fail, we don't look at the lessons that need to be learned. We just focus on the bad things we did, the wrong things we did. A lot of times we become disappointed, depressed, down about failing, about not achieving the goal, about not going or getting to the mark where we had strived to get. And see, Jalen Hurts had played in the Super Bowl just 2 years earlier, just 2 years previous, and they lost. And then they didn't get back last year. And so he was probably struggling because, you know, the naysayers, the people were saying that probably won't get back, it's not good enough quarterback, all these things. And he said the failure put a fire in him. The failure put a fire in him to push forward, to get back to the Super Bowl, to be great. And so I ask you today, have your failures put a fire in you? Have your failures ignited a fire in you to be the best version of yourself that you could be? To be the best you could be, to push harder, to find those lessons in those failures so that you can be set ablaze of where you're trying to get to. You know, I talk about this book because I'm passionate about the fact that I cannot believe it took me 10 years. It took me 10 years. I didn't even realize it until recently that I had started writing 2015. 2015, and yet I didn't finish and get the book actually out in my hand until 2025. 10 years. 10 years. First few years going back and forth, feeling like it wasn't going to happen. That it wasn't, I wasn't going to make it. The book wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to be completed. It wasn't right. Was I good enough? Questioning myself. And it took me 10 years. So I ask you, what are you doing that you think it's not going to happen? What is it that you're trying to strive towards that you think it's not going to happen because you've only been doing it a week? You've only been doing it a year. You've only been doing it 2 years. You've only been doing it 5 years. And you don't see the success that you think you ought to have. The fire should be building up. The fire should be building up from all of failures collectively. Keep pushing forward until you get to your Super Bowl. Keep pushing forward until you get to your pinnacle. Keep pushing forward until you reach the heights that you're trying to reach. And then don't just stop there. Take a moment, take it in, and then get back to work and try to do it again. Yeah, that's right. Get back, take a moment, and then try to get back in. I'm not just done with the book. Now we're trying to sell the book. But out of that book, we're creating more books. Out of that book, we're creating curriculum. Out of that book, we're creating more things for me to grow and do it again. And so I ask you, are you getting that fire from those failures? Is the fire on the inside of you starting to blaze up because of those failures? Let's push forward. Let's get the fire burning. Let's continue to push and win our Super Bowl. All right, that's my time for this morning. Don't forget, the book is still out. You can go to marcusjscott.com. Use the discount code MarcusJScott4040, MarcusJScott4040. And until tomorrow morning, always have a heart of gratitude and the strength to keep moving forward. God bless you. God's my inspiration. God's my inspiration. More than motivation. More than motivation. God's my inspiration.